Hey y'all, it's me, Laura Burns. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're here for the first time, just hands. Welcome. I am excited that you're here and I'm excited to show you that was supposed to snap. Some things that you can do to help relieve the pain of sciatica or to help prevent the tightening of the muscles that can lead to sciatica pain. And so I am thinking of long car rides. I'm thinking of daily life where you do a lot of sitting or just not really stretching those areas in general. So I'm going to show you a few different scenarios. Sitting in a chair, so this is if you work in an office or if you are in the car a lot or you're going on a long trip and you are looking for some knowledge about things you can do when you're in a seated position in a chair. Then I will remove the chair. We're going to sit on the floor. I'm going to show you some stuff. So if it's comfortable for you to sit on the floor, then you can try that. And then again, and I'm going to show you something laying down, so you can do that on the floor or on a bed if getting on the floor is not super accessible for you. And I am using some props. I've got this. This is a yoga strap, but like honestly, it's just a woven belt that's really, really long. You don't need any specialty yoga supplies. If you have this, awesome. It's really amazing, and I recommend that you get one. If you don't have a yoga strap, any kind of long, graspable, easy to hold on to, non-stretchy kind of thing is good. A beach towel rolled up will work in a pinch. A leather belt, a woven belt that doesn't stretch, a bathrobe tie if it's not stretchy and it's sturdy, because they do hold weight. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get the benefit from the strap. If you do like this, I do recommend that you get a strap because they're made for this. They're really strong, they hold up, you can wash them, and they don't have to be super expensive. You can get a good one for about $10. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this, and here we go. So you'll see my setup. I've got a yoga mat, and we're using a chair for this first part, all 4 legs on the mat. Really important so you don't go sliding around. And I'm sorry about the noise. I'm in my studio and the air's on and it's very loud. Okay, so our first scenario is the in the car scenario. And so for that, imagine you've been on a road trip, somebody else is driving, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to have some pain here, through my leg, through my butt. What can I do? Well, you have your yoga strap or your whatever you're using nearby. You're gonna hold each end, doesn't have to be at the very end, bringing the bottom down, looping it around the ball of your foot or around the arch, whichever is more comfortable. And then you're gonna put both of the ends together, and you can use one hand or both hands for this. And all you want to do is very gently from the hip start to turn your leg out to the side, and we're going to lift this. So when I say turn the leg out, what I mean is right now your knee is facing up, your toes are facing up, or knee and toes are facing forward, whichever makes more sense to you. When we turn out from the hip, we change the direction. All of a sudden now the knee and toes are facing diagonal. That's what we want. Opening out like you would open a book instead of just lifting. We want to open first. It's really important. Open. So now my toes are pointing here. My knee is pointing diagonal also. All right, I'm going to use both hands to show you. You're going to pull and you're going to use the strap to help you lift this foot. So see how I've lifted the foot up. This wouldn't have been possible if we hadn't turned the leg out. So here, if it's comfortable for you to do so, you can bring this foot to sit on top of the knee, grabbing onto it if that's comfortable. Now, for some people, this is not going to be accessible or comfortable. And in that case, keep a hold of the strap. Just bring the foot a little lower. Don't bring it all the way up. And for some people, you may not need the strap to pull your leg up here, and some people will. So I'm just showing you the most supported version. So here, got the leg on top of my body. Now, depending on the makeup of your body, you will either have a lot of spaciousness here, or if you're like me, you have a lot of belly, a lot of thigh. It's not very spacious here. So once you get the leg up, I would suggest getting a nice hold on it. Use this hand, move your belly a little to the center, so it gives you a little more ease here. Now, just holding your leg in this position, you may already feel a stretch here. If so, then just hold that for as long as feels good to you. And if you feel like you could come forward at all, bringing the chest forward, maybe reaching out, grabbing the dashboard or the chair in front of you, as far over as you can go, and holding that for as long as feels good. So I'm just going to release that down. Once you bring the leg down, always really gently. We're not flinging our leg around. Just give it a little shake, a little wiggle, and then you would do the other side. So again, what that would look like is strap around the ball of the foot. Knee turns out from the hip, so it's facing that way. Use the strap, bringing the leg up. And either it'll stay by itself or you have to hold on. I have to hold on for my leg to stay up here. And you can move the belly a little and decide if you want to lean forward. Ooh, yes. Or if you're good, up. So you can hold these as long as feels good, and you can do them as many times as feels good. So that's a great one if you are seated, you can't get on the floor for whatever reason because the floor is gross, or you're at work, or you're in a car, or getting up and down off the floor doesn't work for you. Okay, so the next one, we're going to work our way down, is I'm going to show you seated on the floor. Now you get up and down off the floor in whatever way works for you. All right, so here, soles of the feet together, knees have opened out from the hips, same kind of positioning. Now here, we're going to use our strap again. Now you can certainly do this on the bed as well, or if you have a really deep couch and you have room for this, you can do that. I'm putting the strap right underneath the feet, wrapping the strap around my hands, and then pulling my feet in tight. Sitting up tall, I'm just going to pull on the strap and hinge forward. So this may be a big stretch for you or not so much, and you can go forward as much as feels good. You can put your nose on your feet if you want to, whatever works for you. And again here, if you feel your belly is hitting your thighs, not allowing you to move forward, just scooch the belly in towards the center and come right back to it, hinging forward. So this may feel like a good stretch. If it's painful, always, 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 any of this, if it's painful, back off, don't do it, we don't want pain. Sweet discomfort is what Abby Lenz calls it, and I think that's the perfect name. It's that stretch where you're like, oh, but also, yeah. as soon as you lose the yeah, and it turns to, oh, only, you gotta get out of there. All right, so that's one that's called Baddha Konasana, that's a pose. And so the next one we're gonna do is called a Z-sit. And here, you can get really great stretching, but this is also really uncomfortable for a lot of people. So here, I brought one leg back behind, it's bent, and the leg is just going straight back, and then the front leg stays parallel to the edge of the mat. So here, if you have a yoga block, or a stack of books, or a can of soup, or whatever, you can put it here to rest your hand on and push off of it, and that can help you if you're feeling like, oh, I'm gonna fall over, put something there, press against it to help you sit up nice and tall. So here it's really stretching through this hip. Now, the sciatica part comes in. Now, we're gonna hinge forward, reaching out, and you can bring that can of soup to the front, or you can put your hands on the ground, whatever you wanna do, just reaching forward, hands to the ground, or to something else for support, as far over as you can go, and towards the center. So see how I'm coming straight out? You don't want this. We're not reaching out this way. It's straight out, right on top of your hips, going out. So that's when you feel that stretch, the area where you get that sciatica pain. So again, I'm not going over super far. You can go over as far as you want to go, as far as feels good. You can hold it as long as feels good. When you come up, bring the legs around, give them a shake. We'll do the other side. Always wanting to be even. Even if you don't necessarily feel that pain on the other side, always do both sides. Keep your body even. All right, so here, look, it's so slidey. Don't do what I'm doing. Always all four legs on the mat. I just wanted something to push against. Helps me stay right up on top of my hips, helps me get that stretch here, and now I'm gonna come forward. that stretch through the hip, through your butt, down the thigh. Yeah. Woo. Okay, so you can stay there a long time. I'm trying not to make this video 800 years long. All right, so that is seated on a bed top or the floor. And now I'm going to show you laying down. And we're going to use our strap for this one. All right, so here's a great tip. Loop the middle of your strap around the ball of your foot before you lay down, because it makes things so much easier. All right. So from laying down, you hold one end of the strap in each hand. That foot is up towards the ceiling. And working the leg towards straight, whatever that means for you. It doesn't have to be like completely straight. You just want to feel the stretch up the back of the leg, and then flexing the foot. All right. Now, there's kind of a long version and a short version. I'll show you the long and then tell you what the short is, what you can cut out. So you start here, stretch up the leg, both ends of the strap into the hand of the leg that's up. Open it out to the side. This is the long version. This is getting the inner thigh, which is not part of the sciatica pain, but while you're down here, you might as well do this. Hold that for as long as feels good, bringing it up. Switch hands. Here's the sciatica part. Now here, if it feels okay, straighten that leg, this bottom one, and press down with the opposite arm. Bring the leg over. Now here, you might want to wrap the strap around your hand so you get a good grip, so you don't have to like squeeze with the hand. All right, so this shoulder is staying down on the floor, and this arm can help counterbalance. This hip, oh, this feels so good. This hip can come up, but only if the shoulder stays down. Now here, you can move the strap around. Woo! Finding the different sensations. So this really targets the piriformis, which is a muscle in your butt, which gets really tight and causes a lot of pain. All right, so you can hold that. It feels really good. So you can hold that as long as you want. We'll do the other side. All right, straight leg. Flexing the foot. So that was the long way. It includes the straight, the out, and then the over. And then the short way is just to bring the leg up. Give it a minute to kind of release into the stretch. And then straighten the bottom leg, both into the strap, into the opposite hand of the leg that's up. So my left leg is up. I'm going to hold the strap with my right hand and press down with the left arm, coming over. So I'm not using my muscles to hold my leg up. It's the strap doing all the work. You can pull higher, release lower, move the strap around, see where that good spot is. You can do that for as long as you want, as many times as you want. When you're done, just roll over. Take a little rest here on your side. Check in with how your body feels. Notice what your muscles are doing, how your pain is. If you want to do it again, do it again. This is really great to do if you have been moving and your muscles are kind of warm. That's always best. It's much harder to stretch a cold muscle if you have access to a hot tub. This is great after a hot tub, or any kind of movement. And And the first time you do it, if you're not used to doing these stretches, it might be really uncomfortable. It might be like a lot. Always listen to your body. I'm like posing here talking to you. Always listen to your body. If it doesn't feel good when you do something, notice why it doesn't feel good. Ask yourself if it's really pain or if it's that sweet discomfort, and then ease back. You don't want to push yourself too much. That's how you get injured. That's how you pull a muscle. So you're going to end up doing more harm in the long run if you don't listen to your body. I hope that this is helpful. I hope that it helps you find some relief or maybe prevent some of that kind of sciatica pain. And please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. Please comment below if there are other topics or other body aches or pains that you want me to address with gentle yoga, or just other kinds of yoga practices that you'd like to see me do. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much to the supporters who make it possible to create this content. If you've enjoyed my videos, learned anything, been inspired, or just want to keep seeing more content, please show me some love and consider supporting me on Patreon or Ko-fi.com to make a one-time donation. Your support means everything to me. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, your presence, your engagement, and our community. All the links will be in the description box below.